Hello everyone, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today we're going to be doing the last figure of the Marvel Legends Secret Wars line, Spider-Man in his symbiotic costume by Hasbro. Now this character I say for last because he's the most important character of this line. And the reason why he is because in the original Secret Wars comic, it's the first appearance of the symbiote. So this is where he gets the costume. And in a way, it's kind of corny how he gets it, to be honest with you, because they had a big fight with the villains. His costume got messed up. They had a machine that like fixes everything, like Cap's shield got fixed and other things. So somehow, some way, his costume turned into this symbiote. I think they winded up explaining it away later on issues, but so that's how he gets it. I believe it's issue number 7, if I remember. No, I think it's 8. I have it upstairs, but yeah, issue 8, I think it is the one where he first gets the symbiote. So this is very important in the whole line of Spider-Man comics for obvious reasons, because the symbiote winds up becoming Venom, and then you get everything that spawns from there. So with that being said, first thing I want to do is thank everybody who has subscribed. You're very much appreciated. And if you're somebody who's watching this video and you do like it, then I do ask that you please subscribe and also check out my Marvel playlist. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. All right, so here he is in packaging. So you pretty much got the standard Secret Wars box art here. So you got the Marvel on top, your choking hazards, Marvel Legends Secret Wars, Spider-Man. You get this nice open window so you can see the figure, all his accessories. You get the Hasbro logo down here, spinning around this way. You get your age restrictions. Turn around here. All right, you get a little bit about the character. 40 years of Secret Wars, Marvel, everybody that's part of this line, how to work your shield, and then you get a little bit of legal underneath. So, all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. So here he is out of packaging. He's a pretty good looking figure. I like the overall look to him. He definitely captures that original symbiote look. So first we're going to start with the rotation. We have this side here. Back. All right. If you notice, you also got your spider. It goes all the way around. And then back to the front. Now, as for extra details, there's not really much to him. He has the standard Spider-Man looking head, with the wide eyes and, the all black because he is the symbiote. And then, as you saw on the back, the spider legs go all the way around. And he also has the white marks on the back of his hands. So, with that being said, let's start looking at his points of articulation. So the head does move. All right, you got a shoulder joint with a swivel. You got elbow joint. And you do have a wrist joint. All right. You have a joint right here underneath the ribs. And you also have a joint right here at the hips. Sorry, the hips. Spin them around this way. You do have a thigh joint with a swivel. All right, you do have a knee joint. Ooh, man, that's a tight knee joint, but it is there. And a swivel at the calf. And last but not least, you have an ankle joint. So everything works pretty well. The knees are a little stiff, but nothing major about it. All right, so now let's start looking at his accessories. So first off, he has an alternate head with smaller eyes. All right, he has 4 hands, so he has 2 open hands. You got 1, and you have 2. All right. You have 2 web slinging hands. So you got 1. And then you have 2. All right. Now I noticed they made these more triangular. I always thought they were always square. I'm not 100% sure if maybe in the first book they were triangular, but as far as I was aware, they were always square. And also, just remember, with the symbiote, the webs actually came out of the top of his hands, not at the wrist where it normally comes out. So that's a little fun fact there. So now that we looked at all that, we also got the shield. All right. So if you look at it this way, you can see it as the symbiote costume. And then you kind of, there goes symbiote, face it down a little bit. You get Peter Parker in there. There you go. So that's pretty cool. And of course, like all the other ones, you got your 40 years of Secret Wars. So first we're going to start with the shield. We're going to do the swap out. All right, maybe. There it goes. So that pops out of there. This pops in here. That closes up. Now you got this little piece here on the there. You could just clip it right onto his wrist. And there you go. So that works. Take it off. Let's swap the head. All right, that popped off pretty easily. Barely an inconvenience. And then, boom. You got the smaller head. All right, now let's swap out hands. So you got this open hand here. Swap out this one. And this open hand. All right, so the two open hands work fine. No issues. Now the web slinging hands. 1 and 2. Whoops. So, boom. Web slinging hands work just as well. So everything works fine with this figure. All right, so my overall thoughts on him is I like him. I really do. The black costume was my second favorite Spider-Man costume out there. You know, obviously, you can never go wrong with the red and blue costume. That's iconic. Everybody will always love that costume. But this was always my second favorite, so it's good to see him in the black costume. I really like the overall look to this figure. All his joints work very well. Everything swapped out good, so everything worked well with this figure, and I do recommend him to go with your Marvel collection. So with that being said, I hope you guys did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my Marvel playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.